Vladimir Putin threatening a wider war with Europe and America. This is in response to reports the White House may grant Ukraine new powers to strike deeper into Russia with American weapons. Former CIA Station Chief Dan Hoffman joins us this morning. Great to have you here, Dan. Is this a scare tactic, do you think, from Putin, or is he serious?
I think it is a bit of a scare tactic. Look, this has been a failed war on Ukraine from Vladimir Putin right from the very beginning. Russia suffered hundreds of thousands of casualties. Sweden and Finland are now NATO members. There's been a brain drain from Russia. Roughly 1 million Russians have fled the country. But the only area where Vladimir Putin has succeeded, and it shouldn't be much of a surprise because he's the KGB guy in the Kremlin, has been nuclear rhetorical brinkmanship. He's induced the Biden administration to delay giving Ukraine what they needed when they needed it, whether it was long-range artillery or F-16s, HIMARS, going back to the beginning of the war. And that's what Putin is doing now. Past his prologue, he sees the benefit of these scare tactics.
And you know what, Dan, very quickly, should we be providing more weapons, or should we now be emphasizing negotiation, peace, bring this thing to an end?
Well, the way to bring this war to an end is for Ukraine to defend themselves. Vladimir Putin could stop the war at any moment. He could stop raining down hell on Ukrainian civilians and their neighborhoods and hospitals and maternity wards. I think that's why Ukraine took that territory in Kursk, to demonstrate that there's no such thing as a red line. Sure, they can exchange that territory and some of the Russian soldiers for some of their own, but they wanted to show the United States that we should open the aperture, give Ukraine what they need, and stop this war.
Yeah, it feels like it's going to go on forever, but we'll have to move on to this next one, Dan. The Biden administration imposing sanctions on 16 allies of Venezuela's president, Nicolas Maduro. This, of course, follows after we nabbed his plane and we got that back. I mean, what impact does this have, if any?
It's a bit of a pendulum swing. Folks might remember that back before the elections, we limited our sanctions. We withdrew some of those sanctions in the hope that Maduro would allow for a free and fair election. But that's obviously not the way that it turned out. Sanctions aren't going to be a way to impact or influence the Maduro government, which receives significant aid and assistance not only from Russia, but from China as well.
Well, apparently we have many of the gang members that used to live in Venezuela are now living in hotels and elsewhere across the United States. Maduro must be laughing his head off. How should we deal with him?
Well, that's a real conundrum, and it's been that way for successive administrations. The Trump administration was challenged as well. I can remember Ambassador Bolton trying to find a way out to deal with Venezuela. And again, one of the challenges, they received billions of dollars of loan assistance from China, and that keeps that Maduro regime afloat. But we do need a comprehensive strategy, and we don't have one right now. A mixture of some hard power as well as working with our allies in the region.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. But Dan Hoffman, always great stuff. Thank you, sir, for being here.